Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Today I want to tell you about gerunds and infinitives. What is a gerund? A gerund is the noun form of a verb that ends in ing. For example, playing, dancing, eating, etc. However, a gerund is a noun and is the subject or the object of the sentence. Okay, next there is kind of a gerunds. There is gerund as subject, gerund as an object, gerund as an object of preposition, gerund as a certain idiomatic expression, and gerund as a special expression. Gerund as a subject. The gerund is a verb that functions as noun referring to an action, a process, or a state. We can use gerund as a subject of the sentence. We can use gerund as a singular noun, so it can be the subject of the sentence. When the gerund is a noun, it can be the subject of the action described by the verb. It has this structure: subject or gerund plus verb. For example, smoking a cigarette is bad for you. Buying a house is his dream. Gerund as an object. The gerund is a verb that functions as a noun referring to an action, a process, or a state. We can use gerund as the object of the sentence. We can use gerund as a singular noun, so it can be the object of the sentence. When the gerund is a noun, it can be the object, but it's still a verb and can have its own object. It has this structure: subject, verb, gerund, and object. For example, I had packing suitcases. Okay, next, there is gerund as an object of preposition. Prepositional phrase are the kinds of things you use all the time without thinking about them. They're a group of words that give additional information in sentence, such as where going is, where it is going, or when it occurred. Each prepositional phrase begins with a preposition. Prepositions are words like about, across, after, for, and in. A gerund can be paired with a prepositional phrase. Common prepositional used with gerund include of, about, to, before, and after. Okay, for the next, there is gerund as a certain idiomatic expression. Go plus gerund. Go is followed by a gerund in certain idiomatic expression to express, for the most part, recreational activities. Go plus gerund. There is go biking, go dancing, go bowling, go running, go hiking, go swimming, etc. For example, did you go shopping? We went fishing yesterday. Okay, for the next, there is gerund as a special expression followed by ing. Spend plus expression of time or money plus ing. For example, Sam spends most of his time studying. Ing forms follow certain special expression. Have fun or a good time plus ing. For example, we had fun playing football. Sit, stand, lie plus expression of lies plus ing. For example, she sat at her desk writing a letter. Find, catch plus pronoun plus ing. For example, when I walk into my office, I found Jenny using my tab. Okay, for the next, there is what's an infinitive. An infinitive is verbal consisting of the verb to plus verb and function as a noun, adjective, or adverb. The term verbal indicates that infinitive, like the other two kinds of verbal, is based on the verb and therefore expression, action, or state of being. Okay, for the next, there is forming the infinitive. The infinitive is the best form of a verb. There are four forms of the infinitive. There is perfect infinitive, perfect continuous infinitive, and passive infinitive. The present infinitive base is the verb form you will find in a dictionary. The negative infinitive is formed by putting not in front of any form of the infinitive. For example, I might not to come. Function of the to infinitive. The to infinitive is used in many sentence construction, often expressing the purpose of something or someone's opinion about something. To the infinitive is used following a large collection of different verbs as well. The to infinitive to indicate the purpose or intention of an action. In this case, to has the same meaning as in order to or so as to. For example, she came to collect her paycheck. I'm calling to ask you about that. The three bears went to find firewood. The to infinitive as the subject of the sentence. This is a formal usage and is far more common in written English than spoken. For example, to be or not to be, that is the question. To know her is to love her. To understand statistic, that is our aim. The to infinitive to indicate what something can or will be used for. In this pattern, the to infinitive follows a noun or pronoun. For example, the children need a garden to play in. I don't have anything to wear. The to infinitive after adjectives. There is common pattern using the to infinitive with adjective as in the presentation. For example, it is good to talk. It is good of you to talk to me. The to infinitive to make comment or the judgment. To use the to infinitive when making a comment or judgment about a noun, the pattern is subject to be, noun, phrase, to infinitive. For example, it was too well placed to park. The to infinitive with adverbs. The to infinitive is used frequently with the adverbs to and enough to express the reasoning behind our satisfaction or insatisfaction. The pattern that to and enough are placed before or after the adjective, adverb, or noun that they modify in the same way they would be without the to infinitive. We then follow them by the to infinitive to explain the reason why the quantity is excessive, sufficient, or insufficient. Normally, the to infinitive and everything that follow can be removed, leaving a sentence that still functions grammatically. For example, there's too much sugar to put in this bowl. The to infinitive with question words. The verb ask, decide, explain, forget, now, shall, tell, and understand can be followed by a question word such as where, how, what, who, and when, plus the to infinitive. For example, do you understand what to do? Okay, for the next, there is function of the zero infinitive. The zero infinitive after auxiliaries. For example, he should give her some money. Should I talk to him? I might stay another night in the hotel. And then for the zero infinitive after verb of perception. With verb of perception, the pattern is verb plus object plus zero infinitive. For example, we heard them close the door. She felt the spider crawl off her leg. The zero infinitive making the verbs make and let. For example, her parents let her stay out late. Let's go to the cinema tonight. The zero infinitive after the expression had better. For example, she had better ask him not to come. You'd better give me your address. The zero infinitive with why. The question word why is followed by the zero infinitive when making suggestion. For example, why wait until tomorrow? Why not ask him now? Why not to buy a new bed? Okay, there is the last of my video. Thanks a lot for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.